chasing your dreams actually sucks, and here's why. I have been trying to chase my dreams of being an entrepreneur, being a better person, trying to be extremely successful for almost, I don't know, 3 to 5 years at this point. And I've come a long way. I really have. And through that, I've learned a lot. And I feel like that if I could go and say to myself 5 years ago, all the things that would come up, I'm going to spit my gum out for this video. All the things that would come up through that journey, and still to this day, what I could say to my future self, there's a couple things that, I really think would help me. First thing is that you will outgrow relationships. When I was younger, I had a lot of different friend groups, a lot of people that I hang out with. Now I have like 2 friends, maybe. And it's because people don't really understand the journey. A lot of people, especially at the beginning of you trying to chase something, will tell you that you're delusional and that you're stupid and that you're crazy and that, what you're doing doesn't make any sense and that just to get a real job or, all these things, they're going to tell you that there's so many different things that, you're doing wrong or you could be doing better, or they try to critique you. I won't go into all the details, but you will outgrow relationships because people won't understand. And that's okay. That's fine. You will find new relationships and your circle will get smaller, and it's better to have a smaller circle that's tight than have a big circle of people that actually don't really care about you. Number 2 is that failure is 100% inevitable. I promise you, when you start trying to chase your dreams, you will fail 100 times. The whole point of a failure is to test you as a person. Are you going to give up on that dream? Because if you are, number 1, you have no self-respect. And number 2, you don't actually have the bandwidth to go get that then. You don't have you don't have the ability to go chase to go achieve your dream, right? So use failure as a feedback. You don't have to give up. And the only thing that's truly going to stop you from chasing your own dreams is you. Not any failure, not any setback, nothing. You will have them. I've had them so many times, but the big thing is that you pick yourself back up and you get back to it. And you're going to look back a couple years after that and you're going to realize, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I went past that point because I learned so much. And you'll remember it. You'll feel that certain feeling and you'll be like, how did I even worry about that at that time? You'll have bigger, worse problems as you continue through. Things are just going to continue to get harder, and that's chasing your dreams. Number 3 is that doubt and loneliness will come. I promise you. You are not an entrepreneur. You are not a dream chaser until you're sitting in, your bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, about to cry, not knowing what's going on and not knowing if you're actually going to make it. You will doubt yourself. You will feel lonely. Nobody will understand. That's dream chasing. You are different, and that's okay. Don't take that as a sign that you should stop or a sign that you're wrong for doing what you want to do. It's okay to be different. The biggest entrepreneurs in the world were different. It's fine. I understand the doubt and loneliness. It's okay. Find people that you can, stick with and talk to, and reassure yourself using a video like this. Number 4, dream chasing is not pretty. Through trying to chase my dreams, I've had so many times where I've done things that I didn't want to. And I'm not saying whatever. There's just a lot of things that you have to do that you don't want to. Dirty jobs, screwed up things. You don't have to screw people over, but you have to push people away sometimes. You know what I mean? Who might not be a good opportunity. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who will come into your business where you think that they'll be a good client and they're not, and you have to straight up say to them I'm sorry, I can't do this job anymore. And you'll have to kick that person, essentially away from what you're trying to do, because some people will hinder you from going to get that dream. It's the same thing with the relationships. You're not only going to outgrow relationships, you're going to find relationships while you're in that process. You're going to realize that relationship isn't for you, and you're going to have to remove that person from your life. But again, dream chasing is not pretty, right? I am trying to be the top apartment seller in my city. And I've had times where I've been scraping crap off of floors, whatever I have to do, nasty jobs, just to get the job done and make somebody happy. So yeah, number 5 is motivation will not stay. I promise you. There are going to be times where you don't want to get up. There's going to be times where you don't want to go out there and do it. It's so important, especially on the days where you don't want to do it, that you actually go out there and do it. Because if you hold yourself back from doing that, you're going to lose your consistency. You're going to lose your ability to actually fight past that thought in your brain that's telling you no. Because it goes back to the doubt and loneliness thing. You are always going to feel doubt. You are always going to be lonely. It is what it is. Suffering is a fixed cost of life. And if you're not willing to suffer for something that you are actually excited to go and achieve, then go suffer for something else. You know what I mean? Go suffer for something that's going to make you upset and suffer anyways. You know what I mean? Like that's the trade-off. So motivation won't stay. Stay disciplined. Like that's all you have to do is just force yourself to do it. There's nothing else that I could say about that. Number 6, and the last point, is that your dream will evolve and your destination will change. Me personally, when I first became a real estate agent, I was under the impression that I was only going to sell houses. I wasn't going to sell rentals. Rentals were stupid. And then I started to get into this point where like I was banging out rentals, and I ended up being like one of the top apartment sellers in the city. And like I decided, okay, let me take I'm getting phone calls. Let me take a change, a shift, you know what I mean? Let me try and do something different. The destination is going to change. And for all I know, the destination could change again. The important thing to know is that the destination will change, but that doesn't mean that you should give up. And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. As long as you're staying, disciplined and you're doing things consistently, you can slightly shift the thing. You know what I mean? It's okay if you wanted to, be a hockey player and then a D1 basketball team reaches out to you. Like, it's still sports, right? You know what I mean? So with all that being said, dream chasing sucks. It really does. And there's a lot more hard times when it comes to dream chasing than there are good times. But you can't have good without bad. Suffering is a fixed cost of life. If you want to suffer for something that you actually care about rather than suffering for something that you don't actually care about, go and chase your dreams. You know what I mean? And understand that this stuff is not going to be easy. It's going to suck, and that's okay, because they say, like, God gives his strongest warriors his hardest times, or something like that. And it's really true. Like, the most successful people in this world are the people, sometimes, not always, who were like on the streets as kids, who were like sleeping on piles of dog shit as kids. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't know the journey that these people went through. You only see the other side. So I'm not going to blab too much longer. Hopefully this video helps somebody today. If you like my content, go ahead and subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment down below if this video helped you today. Hopefully I can continue to help people. If you want to support me, you want to support my channel, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, go to my TikTok, follow my TikTok. I make videos there too. Follow my Instagram. And if you want to see what I do apartment wise, go ahead and look at my Facebook, Max_Selman1 on Instagram. I think that also will hook you over to my Facebook. So with all that being said, I hope everybody has a great day, and thank you if you made it to the end.